So today I thought I'd talk about family and friends. I feel like as you get older, you don't realize what you have until it kind of starts going away. When growing up, you don't realize how special that time is when you're able to hang out with people, you know, being able to go after school and hang out with all your friends. And growing up, I always had a lot of friends. Go home from school, hop on, play games, play Minecraft, play Call of Duty, play League of Legends. We always had that from growing up. But now I found myself after high school not interacting with those same people that I grew so close to. Like, there's this rift that kind of forms leaving high school, I feel. And it's not like we don't talk or hang out anymore. It's much, much less. And I find that, some friends that I had that, were my best friends, I'd always talk to them every day in high school. I find myself, post-college, like, not even talking to them. Like, I haven't talked to some friends in over a few years now, which is sad, Like, I feel like I want to reach out and, like, talk to people, but I know I just don't have enough time in my life to really be able to hold that connection. It's hard because, some friends, move away, far away, and you can't really, make the effort to meet up with them. And then, interests change. I still like playing Minecraft. They might want to play Valorant or whatever, right? And so it's kind of hard because it's like you want to keep that relationship going, but you can't have the mental capacity. Like, with becoming kind of an adult, your day's taken up from work, and so you don't have as much free time as you did, at least for me, like when you were at school. Like, school only took up like half my day maybe, and I feel like work takes up a solid like 75%. So I only got a quarter of my day to spend doing things that I want to do. And there's, as I get older, I find myself trying to, keep up on health, get more fit and, try and just better myself. But, that means I have even less time. And so it's kind of sad. I've come to this realization that, like, you can only have so many people in your life, and you have to pick and choose who's going to be a part of that circle. And I find it hard because it's like, it's the same thing with family, I feel like. You have to make the choice between, how much am I going to interact with this person or this person. And I find it to be like a delicate topic where you can't really discuss it with people, because I feel like people look at you weird when you psychoanalyze this kind of stuff. Like, I don't know if like a lot of people think about this like I do. I wish there was like just another like 24 hours in the day, like being able to make that time to hang out with people. It's like, man, I'd really love to catch up with people. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send some messages to some friends that I haven't seen in a while and see if they'll answer, and just check up on them and see how are they doing. It's because it's been so long. It's like I wish things could stay the way they were. Like just those middle school days of the only thing you think about all day is going home to hang out with friends and just goof around. And now it's not the same. It's I spend most of my day at work thinking about, just not wanting to be at work. There's not that same, community. Like your coworkers, it's not like I have bad coworkers. It's like I like talking to them and we share some of the same interests. It's just they don't have those years of experience of growing up, that bond that you have with, like growing up with people, where you have all that, inside jokes and, all those shared experiences already, that it makes it easy to connect with. And like, I don't have to, they know who I am. They've seen me change throughout the years. So it's like I can be my true self versus, having to put on that, professional front. And so it's kind of odd, It's almost like growing up, you're forced to exchange your high school friends or you're just your school friends for your work friends. And it's kind of forced, it feels like, because, it's very rare that you ever have, friends that you've gone to, high school with, that you've also gone to college with, that you'd also be able to work with, right? I recently feel like I need to go out of my way more and let people know that, you know, like I appreciate them more and kind of like share that feeling. I'm chronically online, you know, I watch a lot of stuff, and I feel like I've been seeing a lot of stuff recently about, you know, people that I watch when I was streaming, they're getting older, and, you know, family members pass and, you know, things like that. And then, you know, the thing they always tell you is, you know, cherish the time that you have. And I just kind of keep seeing this repeatedly, you know, like you never know how long you're going to have. So you got to make the most of it. It's almost like, you know, like when I play video games, I love to collect everything, like playing, like, for example, Breath of the Wild, being able to collect everything was just my dream of like exploring, and it always, like, you know, stimulated me of having something to do at all times, trying to make the most of what you can, you know. It's almost like, I guess, like an engineering mentality of trying to optimize the heck out of, you know, whatever you're trying to do. And I feel that aspect of my brain is trying to do that with my life as well, where you're trying to maximize the amount of social interactions that you can have so that you don't regret, you know, the day when like people leave your life, because eventually it's going to happen. If it's, you know, like I was saying, like going from high school to college, like you're going to lose some people there, like it's going to happen. And so you need to really cherish the time that you have when you're, you know, hanging out with them day to day, and let them know, you know, you appreciate them there. My issue is that I find it weird because it's like the phone works both ways, and it's not like I expect other people to reach out and like really want to message and talk, but I feel weird like coming back to like want to talk or catch up with people that I haven't talked to in so long, because it almost feels like me talking to them puts me in the wrong. It's almost like I was the one that left, especially like for my case, like I left to go to college, so I wasn't, you know, around to be able to interact with people day to day. And it's like, I'm, to be honest, the worst texter ever. I feel like my social interaction skills just suck so bad in person or texting, but especially texting, where I can't, you know, get my words across. So I find it really hard to, you know, keep in touch with people unless like I am extremely, extremely close and they are the outgoing type that will text me first. So I feel really awkward messaging people because it's something I'm really bad at doing, and it makes me feel like I'm almost admitting guilt to me knowing that I've kind of left. But I think it's still worth it to text people, even though it makes me feel a little bad. I think the net benefit of rekindling that connection, even if it's just for a simple text chat of, you know, hey, how are you? Good, man. Everything good with you? You know, it's like just knowing that they're still kicking, they're still doing good, their life's progressed a lot. I find it so weird because a lot of people around me are just growing older and older, and I find myself feeling like I hit a wall where I'm not progressing at all. I'm just staying the same age. You know, time's passing, but I'm not growing as a person. I don't know. Like I don't want to compare where I'm at in life with other people. You know, like that's comparing apples to oranges, but it's really hard because I might be at, you know, it's like comparing it to, you know, watching like a show, right? Like I might be on episode 3, someone's at episode 1, I can't relate to them. It's really hard to interact and like be able to talk about the show when I already know what happened in episodes 2 and episode 3, right? And I feel like life's kind of the same way, where it's like some people are just either really far ahead and it's really hard to like relate to them to be able to still be around them, or you have the people that are still really far behind and it's like, oh, I've already finished that, like I don't want to talk about that, I want to talk about this, you know. It's really odd. So I find it really hard to like relate with people at this stage in life because everyone kind of isn't on the same track as they were coming from like elementary school to high school. I feel like we're all on the same track, and then from there it just kind of ends. And you hop off the train and you're free to go wherever you want. And so it's really hard to relate to people because you don't know where they come from or what they've experienced or what stage in life they're at. So it's difficult to relate to people, I feel like. I don't know, like let me know if anybody else has ever felt this, but it's just yeah, I've been just doing a lot of thinking lately on how friendships are going, right? Like I've recently bought a 3D printer, and I've been making a bunch of little knickknacks, and I've been really enjoying it. And what's really making me enjoy it is the idea of making little things and giving them to people. That really makes me like happy. Just, oh, I can create this thing and give it to a friend and they're gonna go, oh, that's funny, or oh, that's cute, or you know, like that really gives me joy, and it's something that I feel like I can use to relate to people, or you know what I mean, like being able to relate to people in a way. At times I wish I was a bigger sports guy, honestly. I hate watching sports. I'm more of an esports guy. Even then though, like I'm not huge with the players, more following some teams, but it's just sports is the universal guy way of relating to other guys. You know, oh dude, the Packers, they did so bad this season. Or you know what I mean? It's like being able to talk about, you know, the game last night. Did you watch the game? That's like the number one way to be able to relate and like kind of strike up and talk to people. And I feel like I don't have that. And the next thing is kind of like movies and shows, which I watch, but it's, you know, it's rare. That's like once every 3 months a big show happens where everyone's kind of talking about it and you can, you know, bring it up. And so it's hard to be able to relate to people because of that. I'd say I'm still a pretty big gamer, but a lot of my friends I don't feel like are anymore. And I don't know if that's just because our interests change and we want to do other things, or we're just getting older and we don't have the time, right? But like I wish, you know, we could re-spark that. Oh, I want to get off work and hang out and hop in the Discord call. You know, it used to be Skype. Like, oh my gosh, so old. But hop in the Discord call and, you know, just play a couple rounds of whatever, right? And I find it really weird that it's like that disappeared somewhere along the way. And it's like I want to pick up that torch and carry it again, but it feels awkward because I don't know if the same people that are related to, you know, 5+ years ago would still want to do that, right? And I don't know if like leaving that memory in the past is, you know, the best thing, reminiscing on the good times, or if it's worth to revive. But there's also the chance if you revive it, it's gonna end up being, you know, a sour memory now because, you know, maybe not everyone gets along now. Or I do think the solution is to reach out to friends. I think this is a calling. You know, anybody watching, you know, if you got friends or family that you haven't spoken to in a while, I think just give them a call. Let them know, like, hey, I was just thinking about you. How's your day going? It doesn't have to be anything serious. But just reach out. See how people are doing. Because you never know, you know? It's like you want to make the most of what you got here. I'll let you ponder that. Take it easy. Bye.